Hey guys, and welcome back to Warframe. Today is a special day since we just recently hit 200 subscribers. At the beginning of the year, I hoped that I could hit 200 subs, and you guys have absolutely smashed it, and it's only November. So thank you so much, it really means a lot to me. I know a lot of you have all come from my top 5 primary weapons video that I posted 10 months ago, and as of this recording, it has over 67,000 views. I can't even imagine that number. It's mind-boggling to me. So, to celebrate 200 subscribers and to hopefully emulate the success of that video, I present to you my list of the top 5 Warframes. Let's get into it. Number 5. My pick for number 5 is Rhino. Rhino is a beast, to put it simply. His survivability is insane, and using his second ability, Iron Skin, basically makes him invincible. His first ability, Rhino Charge, has many applications, including mobility, crowd control, and a health buff for his Iron Skin. His third ability, Roar, gives a damage buff to Rhino and all nearby allies, and his fourth can be used to either crowd control or just nuke entire rooms. I use Rhino purely for his survivability, but he provides crowd control and increased damage as well. He's a fantastic frame, and one of the first ones you get in the game. Number 4. My number 4 pick is Frost. Frost is the number 1 defensive frame in my opinion. While Rhino has abilities to keep himself alive, Frost can keep his whole team alive inside of his third ability, Snow Globe, as well as any defense or mobile defense objective. Freeze, his first ability, completely freezes one enemy, providing amazing single target crowd control. His second ability, Ice Wave, slows all enemies in its path and does substantial damage, setting you or your allies up with easy kills. His fourth ability, Avalanche, is a fantastic nuke ability, killing most if not all enemies in a large radius. In addition, those left alive will be completely frozen and unable to do harm. Frost Snow Globe is one of the best defensive abilities in the game, and he can provide tons of crowd control and damage to top it off. He is useful at every level of play and is one of my all-time favorite Warframes. Number 3. My number 3 pick is Nova. Nova has been one of my most used Warframes for a very long time. In a game all about grinding for levels, Nova can speed up the process by either speeding up the enemies or slowing them down with her fourth ability, Molecular Prime. In addition, all enemies affected take increased damage and explode on death, damaging other enemies near them. Her first ability, Nullstar, isn't very special, only dealing small amounts of damage to random enemies, but her second ability, Antimatter Drop, more than makes up for it. By shooting the slow-moving projectile, you can dramatically increase the damage to a point where all nearby enemies die instantly in the imminent explosion. Her third ability, Wormhole, creates a portal that sends you forward instantly, allowing you to cover great distances by simply pressing 3. In my opinion, Nova is a must-have. The crowd control and utility she provides is unmatched. Molecular Prime is quite possibly the best crowd control ability in the game, and her Antimatter Drop is a really strong nuke ability. When combined, nothing can live. She is fantastic, and that's all that can be said. Number 2. My number 2 pick is Ember. Deciding who is number 2 and who was number 1 was very difficult for me, as I love both of these frames, and they both have a lot of reminiscent value. Ember is a frickin' god in almost all levels of the game. When I am introducing friends to Warframe for the very first time, I show them Ember because of how incredible she is. She is a damage dealer with lots of crowd control, and her abilities reflect that. Her first ability, Fireball, sends an exploding projectile that does damage in a 5-meter radius and sets all affected targets on fire. Her second ability, Accelerant, stuns all enemies in a large radius and makes them more susceptible to heat damage, which combos perfectly with all of her abilities. Her third ability, Fire Blast, creates a wave of fire that does lots of damage to enemies in a large radius, and creates a smaller ring of fire that deals damage if enemies walk into it. Her final ability, World on Fire, is exactly how it sounds. Everything burns. All you have to do is press 4 and run through your mission, and everything will die. Ember Prime was the very first Warframe I ever saw, and she is without a doubt one of the best. She is a god in almost all levels of play, and even if the damage starts to fall off, the crowd control she provides will be a very useful asset to your team. Number 1. And now number 1. It's funny how the first Warframe I ever had is, in my opinion, the best Warframe. Excalibur can do it all. Radial Blind, his second ability, is one of the best crowd control abilities in the game, blinding enemies and opening them to finisher attacks that deal insane amounts of damage. His first ability, Slash Dash, deals tons of damage to multiple enemies and provides almost unmatched mobility when using the right setup. His third ability, Radial Javelin, deals incredible damage to enemies in a large radius and can be used as a nuke ability. Enemies that survive are also stunned, allowing them to be finished off. His fourth ability, Exalted Blade, is just ridiculous. I'm going to show you a clip. I'm taking on 20 corrupted Moas, each level 150. You won't find these anywhere except for endless missions. Their level is just too high. They won't spawn in the star chart. Just watch what happens. Yeah, he's good. Very, 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 very good. Of course, this is a very advanced setup for Excalibur, but you can see his potential. This pure power, combined with his amazing versatility, is why he is my number 1 pick. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Remember, these are just my opinions, and others might not agree, and that's fine. So I want you to let me know your top 5 Warframes in the comment section. I'm actually really interested to see what you guys say, because there's so many amazing Warframes that I just couldn't fit in onto my list. And I'd love to see what Warframes you all play. Thank you again for 200 subscribers. It means so much to me to know that the effort I put in is being appreciated by other people. It's just awesome and it keeps me going. There are going to be some changes to the channel in the future, so I will post a video talking about that. I'm not sure when that will be coming, but it'll probably be coming at some point. So if you're interested, stay tuned for that. If you enjoyed the video, leave me a like and subscribe to join the glowing conglomeration that's starting to appear on my channel. Thanks again, guys. Peace.